There are painful places in your past you keep returning to, and you don't even realize you're going back. And those places aren't outside of you. They're built in the way your brain has learned to think about old relationships. It might be a memory, a conversation you replay, the argument you had years ago, a person who left you for a strange reason, a craving you said you were done with. This is a version of yourself you thought you left behind, and yet you're back there again. Now, most people think this means they have a thinking problem. They think if they just could fix the thought, understand it, resolve it, they'd be free. But that's not what's happening. The brain doesn't just think, it builds. It builds familiar places like sanctuaries for memory. And then it returns to them over and over again because they feel known, predictable, and strangely safe, even when they hurt like hell. This is what I call sanctuaries of negativity, not because they're good or bad, but because they become places you go when you don't know where else to find relief or resolve. So when a thought shows up, it's not random, it's an entrance. And when you follow it, you don't just think it, you enter into it. And you can see this everywhere. Couples replaying the same argument again and again, not because they want to suffer, but because the brain knows that place well. People return to regret, to guilt, to self doubt, and especially to old versions of themselves. This isn't weakness. Practice, the more a place gets visited, the easier it becomes to return. And you see this even more clearly with craving, with lust, with food, with habits people say they want to stop. I see this in my clients all the time. It's not just their behavior, it's the place the behavior lives, a place where everything feels contained and predictable. The brain says, I know this place. So it pulls you back, not to hurt you, but to protect you from the unknown. Now, this is where everything shifts because there is a difference. The brain builds the place, the body reinforces it, but the mind, the observer part of the mind, is the part of you that can see it without entering it. And the moment you see the place, you're not inside it anymore. Like standing over a koi pond on one of those Japanese bridges. The koi are your thoughts. If you feed them, they stay around and more gather, mouth agape. But if you just watch, the thoughts may come, but then they swim away. You're not inside the water swimming and drowning, even. And if you're not inside the water, you don't have to fight your way out. You can just take a dip. You can just take a big breath and stop jumping and gasping and swimming and calling out for help. This is why trying to fix thoughts keeps people stuck, because the moment you try to solve anything, you've already entered the place. So the shift is simple. Not easy at first, but simple. You stop following the doorway. You notice where the thought lives, and instead of going in, you stay right here in your body. Move your eyes left to right like small erasers. Notice your hands, feel them, touch your fingers, your chest, your face. When you do something like this, stops the neural pathways from firing and it weakens the pull and it loosens the thought and the awareness lifts just enough to see instead of being pulled in. And in that moment, you realize something. The thought was never all of you. The craving was never all of you. It was just a signal. And when the signal loses momentum, something deeper comes forward: clarity, presence, a quieter intelligence that was always there. You just couldn't access it while you were inside the loop. So, this isn't about becoming stronger, it's about seeing clearly, seeing that you've been returning to places your brain learned to build, and realizing you don't have to go there anymore. Not by force, not by fighting, but by not entering the doorway. Because the moment you stop visiting that place, that sanctuary, it starts to dissolve. And over time, the brain stops offering it as often because you're no longer using it. It's like muscles that you don't use, they just get flimsy. So the next time a thought appears, don't ask, why am I thinking this? Ask something simpler. Am I about to enter a place I've been before that I don't need to go to? If you are doing that, pause and stay there. Let the doorway be there without walking through it. Because you don't have to win against the thought. You only have to stop visiting the place. If this is landing for you, take a second and like and subscribe. It helps more people find these messages. And remember, you are not your patterns. You're the awareness, the observer that can step outside of them, and that changes everything.